We knew Liv Morgan's return on Monday Night Raw didn't go as planned, but the latest update has sent a shockwave through WWE and its fans, one even worse than we initially imagined. When Liv suffered a legitimate dislocated shoulder, fans thought they understood the scope of the injury. But now, as fresh details come to light, it's becoming painfully clear that the situation is far more serious than it first appeared. Liv Morgan was in the midst of what could have been one of the biggest stretches of her WWE career. WWE had set the stage for her to feud with none other than Nikki Bella at the long-anticipated Evolution 2 event, set for July 13th. This wasn't just a random match. It was planned to be a headlining women's tag team bout, with Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez defending the women's tag team titles against the Bella Twins. It was a high-profile match that could have elevated both Liv and the championships. There was even talk of additional long-term plans involving Liv Morgan eventually entering a program with WWE Women's World Champion Io Sky, a move that would have positioned Liv as a top-tier competitor in the division. But now, all of that has been thrown into chaos. Initially, WWE sources indicated Liv could be sidelined for about 3 to 4 months, with a return timeframe somewhere around 16 weeks. This estimate gave fans a glimmer of hope. She'd be back before the end of the year. That was manageable. But this week, we learned through reputable outlets like PW Insider and Fightful Select's Sean Ross Sapp that Liv Morgan will, in fact, undergo surgery, and now her expected time away from the ring is not 3 or 4 months, it's closer to 6. 6 months out changes everything. The nature of this injury is serious. A dislocated shoulder might sound like something manageable, but when surgery is involved, we're talking about muscle tears, ligament reconstruction, and long-term rehabilitation. This isn't just about healing, it's about whether she'll ever return to the level she was at before. Just look at Cora Jade. She suffered a torn ACL, went through surgery, returned, and hasn't looked the same. Liv now faces a similar battle, and for a performer known for her energy, commitment, and sheer physicality in the ring, this kind of setback could alter her future dramatically. So now we're left asking not just when Liv Morgan will return, but how. Will she be the same? Will the fans still be behind her after a long absence? Will WWE still have a place for her in the uppercard picture? Those are difficult questions, and the answers will only come with time. Meanwhile, WWE has some immediate decisions to make. Evolution 2 is just around the corner. The women's tag team match was a major part of the card. Nikki Bella had already been worked into the storyline. She was backstage at Raw. The idea was for her to confront Liv, who had just beaten her down the previous week. Nikki was supposed to retaliate, setting the tone for their match. That segment never happened because Liv was injured, but the creative momentum was already in motion. What happens now? Will WWE still go ahead with the Bella Twins returning? Is Brie Bella even signed yet? That remains unclear. What is clear, though, is that WWE doesn't want to vacate the tag team titles. When a champion gets injured, stripping them of their title often feels like erasing all the work that went into building their reign. It damages the legacy of the belt. It forces WWE to reset the division, and it sends the message to fans that the title lineage doesn't really matter. So, WWE could pivot. One suggestion that's gaining traction among insiders is to replace Liv Morgan in the tag team division with Roxanne Perez. Think about it. There was already some tension teased between Liv and Raquel on recent episodes of Raw. Roxanne Perez, now reportedly joining Judgment Day, is rising quickly through the ranks and could easily be inserted into the storyline. She could become Raquel's new partner, keeping the tag titles active, maintaining storyline continuity, and avoiding the disruption of a title vacation. It's a smart move. WWE has invested in Roxanne's rise, and aligning her with Raquel even temporarily could protect the value of the titles and offer a new dynamic to explore. From there, the Bella Twins could still challenge Raquel and her new partner at Evolution 2. WWE could write the story to explain Liv's absence as a betrayal or a breakdown in trust between her and Raquel. If Roxanne and Raquel lose, WWE still gets the pop of a Bella Twins title win and keeps the momentum of the tag division moving forward. And if the Bella Twins are only sticking around for a short return, the titles can always transition again soon after. But what about Io Sky? She was supposed to enter a program with Liv Morgan, one that could have redefined both women's paths on Raw. That program is likely shelved for now. WWE may keep Io in a holding pattern or push someone like Becky Lynch or Bayley back into that slot, depending on availability and timing. Still, The absence of Liv Morgan is felt strongly in every creative direction they were planning to explore. Let's not forget the domino effect here. Liv Morgan's injury doesn't just affect her, it impacts Raquel Rodriguez, the tag division, the Bella Twins' return, the Women's World Championship picture, and even Roxanne Perez's next chapter. It throws months of planning into the air, and all of this happens just weeks away from one of WWE's major women's events of the year. Time is ticking. WWE doesn't have the luxury to slow play this. They need answers, and they need them now. Dave Meltzer noted on Wrestling Observer Radio that WWE still hasn't made official decisions about how to proceed. No final meetings have taken place. The company is running out of time, and their options are dwindling. They could 1. Vacate the titles and hold a tournament. 2. Keep the titles on Raquel and Liv but have Roxanne defend them in Liv's place. 3. Remove the tag title match from Evolution 2 and replace it with a new women's feud. 4. Bring in a surprise team to challenge Raquel and a mystery partner. Each path has risks. Vacating the belts could frustrate fans. Substituting partners might confuse casual viewers. Removing the match entirely weakens the Evolution 2 card. Bringing in a new team without a proper storyline might feel rushed or unearned. But among these options, one seems the most organic, letting Roxanne Perez replace Liv. WWE can write a storyline that makes sense. Raquel's disappointed but determined. Roxanne steps up. Maybe there's even friction between them. It's a story fans can invest in. And if the Bella Twins win, WWE still gets their payoff. Liv Morgan's fans are understandably crushed. Her popularity has skyrocketed in recent years. She's earned every cheer with grit and heart. Seeing her sidelined like this is heartbreaking. But WWE's responsibility now is twofold: protect Liv's legacy while keeping the women's division strong and compelling in her absence. It's going to be a long road to recovery for Liv. Surgery is never easy. Rehab takes time. Confidence takes longer. But if anyone can come back stronger, it's Liv Morgan. She's done it before. She went from a jobber in the Riot Squad to holding WWE Gold. She transformed herself in the eyes of the fans and became a legitimate star. So now, as we wait for further updates, and there might not be many for a while, it's time to look ahead. WWE must make the hard calls. Evolution 2 is nearing. Plans must be locked in. The fans deserve clarity. The locker room needs direction. And Liv Morgan needs support. We don't know how this will end, but what we do know is this: Liv Morgan's absence will be felt. Her journey is far from over. And when she does return, if she returns, she'll have a mountain to climb. But the fans will be there, waiting, cheering, hoping she comes back stronger than ever. Until then, WWE has decisions to make. Evolution 2 is coming, the women's division is in flux, and the countdown has already begun.